Mark, have you ever done a tour of the Taylormade European HQ?
I've never been there, James.
Neither have I. Let's do it.
Let's do it now.
There's the Dustin Johnson M6.
Ah. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel and this is your very first time watching my content, first of all, welcome to the channel. Second of all, Mark, what have you got to do?
Subscribe, please.
You've got to hit that subscribe button.
And remember to ring the bell.
Absolutely. I don't even have to remind you anymore, Mark, do I?
Absolutely not.
Today, guys, we are at Taylormade HQ down in Basingstoke, and you may be able to tell that I was struck down yesterday with a bit of man flu, but we're here, so that's okay. You're going to have to pardon my voice for the day. I might even get Mark to do some more talking.
I can talk a lot.
But this is exciting, isn't it?
This is very exciting, yes.
Taylormade. Whose is that bag?
Well, I'd like to say it was mine, however,
I don't think you could hit those.
this might give a clue.
I've hit a driver similar to that recently. I have.
And just look at that 3-iron.
Oh, yes, please.
Wow.
Yes, please.
Looks lovely, doesn't it?
So, without any further ado, we are going to delve inside the Taylormade HQ, Mark.
HQ, yes.
We're going to have a look at some 2020 product which we're not allowed to talk to you about just yet, but we're also going to have a look at the tour workshop, we're going to have a look at the normal workshop, and just look at all things Taylormade, really. So,
let's do it.
Should we get a cuppa?
Get a cuppa. Always good.
So, Mark, this is the tour department here at Taylormade HQ.
It is, yes.
And we also have another Mark who's going to show us around.
Yeah, welcome guys. Yeah, so this is our sort of headquarters for the European Tour, if you like. So we supply all our tour truck stock, I should say. All of our players' equipment, soft goods, hard goods, everything comes through this workshop right here. So I'll give you a little tour around.
Absolutely.
We'll start over here. So this is our shaft rack. All the different brands, everything's labelled up, colour coded for different brands, different manufacturers, different weights, everything like that. I think we keep anything up to about 4,000 shafts in here at a time.
Wow.
So this is our metalwood shafts, basically all the graphite shafts.
Yeah.
I'll go through the steel shafts with you in a minute over there. Couple of cool little things is we keep little backup shafts up here for all of our big guys if they're ever playing kind of global in our region.
Yeah.
We always like to have.
See, Tigers is quite empty because
yeah, a little bit empty.
High demand.
To be fair, we've actually got his stuff probably on the tour truck,
Yeah.
so we would have kept his on there from the Open this year. So
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff at the end of this year, we'll change it all over. Obviously, we're getting near the end of the year now, so we'll pull any old stuff and any equipment changes they might have had and kind of update that sometime in January.
How difficult would you say it is, say, if a player changes his shaft mid-season, and you've kind of gone, oh, well, we've got Rory a dozen of those shafts. Is it quite easy to then say, well, we're going to strip them back and go?
Yeah, the shaft manufacturers, obviously, they supply us the shafts for free, so we're sort of promoting their shafts via our players, if you like. So they're pretty hot on giving us product. If any player changes, I mean, they push us product to kind of test with these guys all the time.
Yeah.
But if any player changes shafts, then pretty promptly, especially if it was one of these guys, we'd probably have
because
like
the shaft
8 or 10
manufacturer
in the
will want them
post.
to have it at the discretion as well, won't they?
Yeah, so we'll probably keep 3 or 4 on the tour truck, a couple in the office here, and we work pretty tightly with the PGA Tour team as well.
Yeah.
So any changes that happen, especially with guys, you know, Rahm, Fleetwood, those guys that cross over the tours, we're going to be pretty quick on any product switches or changes they have, whether that be shaft wise or heads. Yeah, we're having a bit of a clear out at the moment. This is all our kind of old, I guess, demo shafts. We work quite a bit out of Wentworth doing fits with the European Tour staff players and things like that. So we'll constantly be building up shafts for those guys to test. So these bags will quite often sort of take up to Wentworth and do testing sessions with those guys. So we've got quite a bit of chunk of shafts just there anyway.
I think you've got a bag like that. Fix me, Mark.
I've got a bag like that, yeah. Loads of things in it, loads of things.
All in the locker.
Obviously, yeah, all our grips up there, sort of spare grips if you like. I'll come over here and I'll show you the grip drawers now actually.
It's basically like a big tour van, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah, and that's the way we've set it up with the drawers. You know, this is set up exactly like the tour truck, or the tour truck is like our workshop.
Yeah.
Really, so it's kind of familiar to work around both. So yeah, obviously, again, everything's labelled up with all our different grips. So we've pretty much got just about every grip going there. And over here, we keep some of the players. You'll see kind of some of the names on here. So again, we just to make sure we've always got stock for some of the big guys and our staffers as well, if they ever need grips. So yeah, Rory's kind of been through a couple of different grip changes. Yeah. We always keep them here. These are the leather kangaroo grips that are quite popular with the Asian and Australian players, which are quite tough to get over here. A few Tommy Fleetwood grips in there. Again, a lot of these will be on the tour truck, so we'll have a little clear out sort of early Jan before the truck gets out back on the road, and we'll change everything over.
Cool.
So follow me over here. This is our metalwood straws. So again, everything's labelled up here. Getting towards the end of the season now, so we're not going to have heaps of stock in there.
Yeah.
So this is like the 8 degree draw, M5 9 degrees. Obviously these are our tour heads that you may have seen. So we just get the same heads from the same moulds and factories as everything else, but we just get ours tested kind of to a finer detail, so we know the exact loft, face angle, lie. Yeah. Because with some of these guys we're working with, you know, half a degree or half a degree loft or lie can make a big difference. So yeah, it's quite key for us to have that kind of information. So yeah, M5s, M6s, fairway woods over here, 14 degrees, 15 degrees. We pretty much keep, you know, quite good stock of everything. Like I say, we have to supply the tour truck, and we've got our tour staff players plus, you know, challenge tour, and we also supply some Asian tour, Australia guys, Sunshine tour guys, all through this office as well. So basically a lot of the stuff outside PJ Tour and Asia, pretty much everything.
So it's covering a huge area.
Yeah, hence why we keep such a large amount of stock. These are our iron drawers. So you see again, everything pretty well labelled up there. So we still keep a few of these irons in here. 750s as they're popular ones for us, but obviously there's a few guys using these now, the 760s on the tour. Yeah. Just done a good fitting session with those yesterday.
What would you say the most popular Taylormade iron is on tour?
I mean, the blades, we have a fair amount of guys still using the blades. Yeah. The TWs have obviously created quite a lot of interest with the guys.
They are beautiful.
The guys, everyone who picks them up loves them. So, but I mean, even for tour guys, we've made it quite, you know, strict in giving those out, because we want to keep them quite, you know,
exclusive.
Yeah, exclusive, and so, but we've even had quite a few of the tour guys saying, well, you know, I'll buy a set. So I think we've got 3 guys on the tour at the moment that actually bought the set that are playing them. So wow. So yeah, that was kind of a bit of a company thing. They wanted to keep it exclusive, and so we said, well, yeah, if you want to buy them, then
can't stop you buying them, can we? Yeah.
And there's not many tour players that end up having to buy their clubs.
No.
But yeah, they wanted them that bad. They went ahead and bought a set, and they're all playing them now. So this is our wedge straws, so high toe MGs, and we keep pretty good stock of all the different wedges and all the different bounces.
Have you played much with the grind on the Bigfoot? I know when that was released, we spoke a bit about potentially playing with the grind on them.
To be honest, we keep a little bit of Bigfoot stock. We've only had one request for it at the moment. Yeah. And that was a guy who was playing a bit out in Asia where the turf was a little bit softer, a bit springier, so he wanted to play with some bounce, and he said it was fantastic out there. So he'll use that as an option, and we may have 1 or 2 other guys look at it. So we only carry maybe half a dozen heads of that, I'd say, just in case we get a request for it, but it's not going to be like a huge thing for tour. Sam, the guy over there, he actually does a lot of our wedge grinding on the belt here. I don't know if you want to take them through the grind.
A lot of grinding over there.
Sam would do a lot of the grinding, different grinds for players on there.
Yeah, so basically when we grind wedges, we have 2 different belts. So the blues obviously takes out all of the weight of the head or shape in the wedge, and then we have a red belt that we finish it up with.
We'll have about 3 maybe kind of standard sole options. If guys want something a little bit different to that, you know, heel relief, different various grinds. Then Sam's kind of knows all their grinds off by heart now, so they would just like send him a message if we're on the way to a tournament, need a new wedge. Sam would kind of grind it up first thing on a Monday, and it'd be there ready for them to pick up.
So then you've got the trust element there, haven't you, from the player?
Yeah, it's just always like what I tend to do is get, so say if Mark's ordering a wedge, or he wants a different grind, or he wants to replicate a grind that's on another wedge, Mark will send me a picture of like different angles, and then I'll literally have my phone like that with the wedge, and I'll be like trying to figure out where I'm going. But yeah, just literally just when you grind at the wedge, it's all about shaping it in different areas, so kind of like making sure I'm not really digging in and getting flat spots, I'm just shaping the wedge. So I can start taking bounce off, reshaping the wedge any way I want to.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be just making sure that you're not making many flat spots and indifferences in the heads. But I think a lot of guys that with high toe, they're kind of just playing like our standard ones now, which is quite cool, I think. So the ones that retail, the ATV grind as well is quite popular with. But,
ATV and the kind of four-way camber grinds have been really popular, so we're actually doing a bit less grinding work than we have
year,
done.
right? For the 10-degree four-way cambers, I believe, so they're coming out at retail, which is obviously our #1 sole on tour. There's a lot of uncontracted guys using them as well, which is quite cool.
Which should make them quite popular then, shouldn't it, really?
Yeah, definitely,
Because if it's on tour, then
Sure,
Joe Public...
And that's the one thing guys say is, is this the grind that they, you know, I get asked a lot, is this the same grind as what you buy at retail? And, you know, being honest, it wasn't last year, but now we're introducing that for next year. A lot of guys I'll literally just say yes all the time. So
sure, right.
That'd be great. So you can buy what the players use, which is very important.
Yeah.
There we go. Come on, Mark, they've just shown us the new putting green, so you're going to have a go. No pressure, but I hold mine first time.
Have a look, it's a face balance putt.
No, don't worry about that, don't worry about that. Oh, all right.
Not a surprise.
So Mark, that is the Taylormade Tour department, and my eyes have just been cast across over here. What are these here? Could you hit them, do you think? I don't know if...
Could I hit these?
So whose name's on there? Just pick the...
Well, there's the Dustin Johnson M6.
Ah. What does that like? Get that out.
You know, when he switched on to the M6, was the first time I hit the M6 as well out on the course.
He's an influencer, you see.
It's 10.5 degree, just beneath standard loft, so perhaps 10. Very nice.
Very nice. Then we've got a little Rory Mcilroy 3-wood behind you there.
Yeah. McIlroy's 3-wood. Again, the M6.
It's a similar shaft actually, isn't it?
Ventus, yeah, it's the same make.
Cool.
8X.
I think you might struggle with those, Mark, to be fair.
I might. That's true.
So guys, that was a quick look around the Taylormade Tour workshop. Now we're going to, first of all, we're going to finish these because it's rude to leave them, isn't it? But also we're going to go and take a look at the custom build workshop where people like yours clubs might be made, Mark.
People like me can get fitted out in the custom workshop.
We better go, aren't we?
Better go.
From February, we introduced these eye systems.
Okay.
So we have a lot of different numbered jigs which correspond to different models, different shaft head combinations. They obviously get cut slightly different. So what we'd do is we'd scan the works order, the template 5, so we need that one, and 21. So that's our sort of standard M6 combination for this shaft. And then it'll tell us exactly what we need to tip it, 42 inches. And then we butt it to 37.83. That'll be a standard length.
The noisy bit.
Yeah, carry on. On the jig, we've got 4 on to make sure.
Easy.
Okay, so we've cut the shaft, so what happens next?
Cut the shaft. So now we're at swing weighting. So we need to make sure that we weigh it to our standard spec.
So it's all electronic now, basically, isn't it? There's no guessing work or no...
That's right, yeah. So I'll just log in. we've got the lasers both ends to help with alignment.
Yeah.
So they're just standard wraps, so straight on with double-sided.
Yeah.
This is all our bending, lock and line. So we've got our entire sort of family of products on here. Being that we offer a repair service, we need to keep everything on here. So we want M6 and it's 1 degree up. So there you go, change it to 1 degree up. There it throws up our target, what our target light is, what our lock is. We've got 3 cameras on board, so I've got 2, one there, one on the face. And these 2 reflect on the shaft. It's like a dead surface. 65.37.
Yeah.
49.05, so we're pretty much bang on the money there.
Cool.
Shipping label on the outside.
Done.
We'll just take it up.
So Matt, we're back to where it all started, and my voice has somehow got even worse. But now this isn't the first kind of thing like this I've done. I've done a couple of other different manufacturers, and one thing that always strikes me out isn't how precise these guys are with the tour players. It's how precise they are with you, with me,
everybody else,
and with you down the lens as well. So, is there anything that you've seen today that you're surprised by, or that you've?
The last thing that we saw there was putting a grip onto the shaft, and the laser setup of the club when it was in there, trying to get it accurate, specific, was just
doesn't get more accurate than that, does it?
Simple, stick a grip on, but the accuracy is incredible.
Yeah.
And everything else was likewise, but that was just the obvious thing. It was just a grip on a shaft. Sort of thing.
Yeah. What are these as well? Well, I'll tell you what, Mark. We've not had lunch yet, but maybe
we
after.
have had lunch, and it was a long time since breakfast.
So, go on.
It's a mince pie.